Sucker punch! Up!
I probably picked up in the stream right off the bat. Oh my god. Hello everybody, welcome to Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, I'm the only one of the three who has this game and I like it a lot. I got this game about 2 months ago. 2 months ago? So, we're going to be playing this game. And an update just came out for Ultra Hard mode, which we're not playing. We're going to be playing very hard. I have beaten the game on normal, and I'm willing to try very hard, and I'm willing to get my ass kicked. Alright. Just for you guys who have not seen this game, we're going to play the intro movie.
What's that now? Don't like the cold? Can't stay in today. We have a ritual to perform, you and I. Here. Wear this. You belong to my daughters. Good. Today, I speak your name, girl. But will the goddess speak it back? Normally, it would be the mother who declares, if you had one. The whole village would attend, and matriarchs perform the ritual. But we are outcasts. Even so, we keep the tribe's rituals. Otherwise, we might become like the faithless old ones, who turned their backs on the goddess. But their wickedness doomed them. To us, were left the splendors of creation. Beasts of air, water, earth, and steel. It is one thing to hunt a beast, another to hunt a machine. You must be humble and respect their power. I will teach you this. One day. High Matriarch Tirsa. What is she doing here? Does she mean to forbid the ritual?
No, off your knees. It's nearly time. And yes, you may speak to me.
You came to bless the naming,
Have not 6 months gone by since we entrusted her to you?
but we are outcasts.
You by choice, and she, well... I am a High Matriarch, Rost. I bless whom I choose.
Then you honor us.
Yes, now go, and be ready to declare. Go! Oh, Mother, this child needs a name by which to know her. That your love may warm her life as the rising sun warms all the earth. Speak her name!
Aloy!
and so her name is blessed.
Stop this at once! What have you done?
I've blessed the naming of a child.
Stubborn woman, you call that curse a child? What did she tell you about his birth, outcast? Answer!
I've done only what you asked.
To raise it, yes. We said nothing of love.
Enough.
And you, blessing its name like it was one
I
of
know
your
my duty to them. And to you.
without consultation.
I'm here. And wherever you go, I will follow.
Okay, that was the intro. Now, on with the show. Hold on, settings. Very hard. Toughest common experience for those who really want to challenge. For those who want to know what very hard is, this will increase enemy aggression and damage as well rebalances Aloy's weapons and equipment. Merchant wares are also more expensive. Excuse me. Yeah. I know what weapons I'm going to be using. I have beaten the game before, got a lot of progression, but I haven't 100%ed it. And I kind of hope to within the stream. I'm going to do the adventure, and I'm going to do some streams. I'm just hunting the collectibles and doing side quests. And I will definitely be doing the hunting ground challenges. After that, we'll call it ends. And I will come back to this game once the Frozen Wilds DLC comes out, which is not coming out until December. But anyway, actually, okay, make sure you're still very hard. I don't want to do ultra hard. New game. Very hard. I will be explaining stuff as if, like, this is your first time going through it. Now, I've never done very hard. I've done normal, and I'm going 2 difficulties up. And I do... like the one guy at the beginning said, respect the power of each machine. Each one can destroy you in their own ways. Even the beginning enemies are can be quite annoying or challenging. Thankfully I'm not going to be fighting enemies for a bit. Excuse me, because right now it's going to be tutorial time.
Aloy! Aloy!
So we are outcasts. For those not in the know, there are Noras, and there are outcasts. Noras are part of a tribe, so they're all considered as one family. Outcasts, are pretty much to the Noras. They don't exist and are disrespected at most, and are pretty much hated because yeah, outcasts are not treated friendly. So usually they have to hide. They can't be around. They can't be around other Noras, otherwise Noras attack them.
Children,
Obviously there's
come with me.
obviously there's some that don't.
She's an outcast, to be shunned.
Yeah, obviously there's some Noras that don't agree to this. Most of the leaders. But they have it for religion's sake or
Come on.
and tumble. Now, how you don't have head trauma, I don't know. I also mentioned this game looks beautiful.
Rost! Down here! Rost! Rost!
Rost ain't gonna get us quite
He
yet.
won't hear me. Some kind of cave?
Welcome to the Metal World. There are two different worlds in the game. There is the surface world, and then there's the Metal World. The Metal World which are underground. So this is a tutorial. You can walk as you think. You can press square to crouch. You're gonna need this to walk through certain areas like this. And that's also your way of sneaking.
This must be a ruin of the Metal World. One of the old places.
Yep, so this is the Metal World. The Metal World is mostly frozen over. As you can see here,
Ross said
it's
I'd
mostly
never go in
frozen.
places like this. But I have to find a way out.
Now, despite the fact that the Metal World is where the main enemies of this game come from, there's very little enemies in the Metal World. Yeah, don't worry, these bats, they're just there for show.
There's something up ahead.
Now, this area unfortunately is blocked. We need to come back here later. We are not strong enough to break stalactites.
What's that? A dead person.
Alright, let's go to suspicious person. With a suspicious device. It's the future of Bluetooth. That seems safe.
Oh.
That thing looks like, it looks very brittle. Like, it really does look very brittle. Alright, take two. Meet the focus.
Lights.
The
Everywhere.
focus grants, it's like a sixth sense.
How does it do this?
But in a robotic form. You can always hit R3 to do this. This will allow you to scan stuff. Like, if there's certain stuff you need to read and all that, you can scan it. You can also scan enemies and pinpoint weaknesses. However, be aware, when you do it, you are very slow and you cannot attack while doing it.
Closed. Maybe this device I found can help. How do I get it open?
Hololog. Electromagnetic security mechanism. Standard holographic UI interface unavailable. So, this purple thing. You can scan objects, and they'll tell you what about it. Oh, also, they don't say it. You can hit L3 to run. There is no stamina meter in this game. So you can run as fast as you want. And as long as you want. So, we're here with our first puzzle.
A shape. It's connected to the door somehow.
So, these code indexes will tell us will give us a hint of what to do when it comes to these circles. So in this one's case, it's showing us we gotta point this one down. Just hit the button twice, no matter which way you do it. When you do it correctly, it will do that and become
Changed
green.
color.
When it's green, you solve the puzzle. Oh, trust me. When you're doing a lot of the main quest adventures, they're going to be using that a lot and in many different ways for you to solve it. So, get used to it.
The door changed color too.
Now, somehow you figured out a way to open this. I don't know how Aloy did. I do have subtitles on because I always do in each game. I always have a hard time hearing what characters say. If you see these things, then you can read them. When you scan them, data coverage severe, you can hit triangle to play it.
Director Evans, flash traffic from USRC. Black quartz encryption. I've routed the message to your hologram for viewing.
Yeah, you can also hit triangle to stop recording, and you can hit the button. You can also go hit hold triangle, or go to the start menu, and you can select to listen to scenarios. I don't know where all the audio logs in this game, but they're not required for 100% completion, so I'm not going to worry about them.
What's that?
You think I want it this way? It's the best I can do. He's right behind you. Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man. Look, Daddy can't be there with you and Mom, but we can still have a party, right? Sure we can.
Show me. Show me again.
I can do. He's right behind you. Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man. Look, Daddy can't be there with you and Mom, but we can still have a party, right? Sure we can.
Kazoo! My god, Devin does not have that kazoo still. That thing annoyed me.
Sure does love his little big man.
Yep. So, that's kind of one of the big uses of the focus. The focus is really just there to scan enemies. Although the focus does have a lot more uses when it comes to combat than anything else. Thankfully, since we're small, we have the advantage of sneaking through stuff we couldn't, like most big people can't. I've actually never been down here. Oh, there's an audio log.
Well, happy New Year, dear diary. Can you believe we actually celebrated last night? Well, we did. Kind of. Director Evans invited everyone to gather in the community room. Don't know where she got the party hats. That was a ghoulish touch. So there we sit, watching the clock tick down to midnight, and I'm thinking, am I the only one who gets the symbolism of this? It might have been worth it if Skylar had gotten drunk again, but I seem to be a mistake she doesn't want to repeat.
I saw them lining up in the community room. Like cattle in a slaughterhouse, but smiling at each other. Shauna handing out meds like being alive is some kind of pain to be eased. Well, not me. I don't want to go quiet. I don't want to trail off. I want a period at the end of my life sentence, not an ellipses. Hell, an exclamation mark. So if that upsets whoever finds this, too bad. I don't know anyone, anything, anymore.
It sounded like he smashed the shit out of it. Yeah, there's a lot of audio logs, just saying, so we're going to listen to quite a bit of these.
I mean, seriously? Record our thoughts for posterity.
Why did they die here?
Great idea, Director Evans.
What happened
Like
to
I
them?
haven't done enough for posterity already. Like I wouldn't be here like this if not for posterity. I'm done with posterity. Posterity can go.
Language, good sir. Hello, dead man.
Machu Picchu. Always wanted to see that. Never did.
I know the story behind this. I'm going to keep quiet about it.
Stupid.
For anybody wondering.
Well, shall soon dissolve like snow. The sun forbear to shine. But God, who called me here below, will be forever mine.
Elephants.
Maybe that's all I need, you know. That moment the door opened and you were standing there wearing that retro weave dress and the way you smiled. I had to look away or you were gonna say once. What had just
Okay, this is the last one.
inside me, you know. It was just an instant, but I knew.
Oh, whoops. I meant... Okay, I thought the jump button was triangle. I'm guessing that was less sense. Alright, my fault. Yeah, well, Jackson Fry.
Pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Death. I'm sorry. It's been a while. And these meds Johnny gave us are really something. So, okay, from the top, kids. Hail Mary, full of grace.
Alright, that's it. It's probably...
He found me. Ross found me. Down here. I'm coming.
Mother be praised. Come, girl. Take my hand.
Yeah,
You
man.
don't belong down there. Come. Such places are forbidden, Aloy.
I found
I kinda had
They're
no
the metal
choice.
world.
I kinda tripped.
What is that on your face?
nothing.
Did you find it down there?
No.
Give it to me.
No.
Aloy. Such things are dangerous.
No!
Well, if you're gonna go sneaking away from home, you'll need to know how to survive in the wild. Come, Aloy. Home now. Starting tomorrow, you will learn to hunt.
Alright. I like the hunting in this game. Alright, we're gonna keep going to like the hour mark. Maybe more. I love how you can't even see what she's doing, and she's just having fun with her focus.
What do they mean?
Oh, hi.
Take your bow.
Take. Bow!
Oh?
And enough muttering to that plaything. We descend to the valley now. Follow.
Alright, we got a mini bow. It's a lot more useful than you think. Alright, welcome to the wilds. Oh, I realized where we are.
Dangerous, Aloy. You will need to stay close and do as I say.
We are like super far away from the home. Because I know where we are.
You're still scratched up from that fall you took yesterday. So let's start there. Take this medicine pouch. I'll show you how to fill it.
The medicine pouch is the godsend. It's essentially your
called
med kit.
Salve brush. Come, gather its berries in your pouch. Good. Now eat the berries. They may taste bitter, but they can save your life. Always keep your pouch full of medicinal berries, flowers, and plants.
Where are we?
This valley
Yeah.
is just a part of All Mother's embrace.
Embrace.
The Nord tribe watches these lands and keeps out the most dangerous machines. Usually.
Hold on. Okay. You want these medicine stuff in your medical pouch. Your medical pouch is essentially the only real way you're going to be healing. You get this from grabbing certain plants and flowers. Depending on what kind of
Further downriver,
thing you
you'll
get,
find a
determines
herd
how
of
much your
machines,
pouch is filled.
And I will teach you how to hunt.
There is other ways to heal, but this is like the
All
best way.
machines are dangerous, Aloy. Their power must be respected. But I will be
We're about to actually meet our first machine. The first machine's not that bad, but they can catch you.
Aloy, a machine's coming. Crouch and follow me into the tall grass.
Press square to crouch. Now, that eye on the top. The eye does not determine whether or not you're spotted or not. That tells you you can be seen.
There.
If it's closed, that means
stay low.
you're invisible to any enemies who are on the way of you.
Such machines are called I've learned to avoid their gaze. If you are to survive in the wilds, I will show you. Listen close and do as I do. Stay still.
Alright, so these are Watchers.
To pass.
Any grass you see with these red stuff on the top of it, this is tall grass you can hide in. All grass is like this, no matter where you are.
Follow me across the trail to that tall grass.
Now you won't be able to see it, but you can also have little sound waves pop up in your eye. That is a noise detection, essentially. So enemies can also hear you as well if you move too fast while crouching. Don't fight the Watchers. You can't really do anything to them. If you do accidentally piss off the Watchers, Ross will kill them for you.
And crouched walking is quieter than upright.
Here. That green board, by the way, is the medicine pouch.
Wait for it.
Man, you're lucky I don't have Silent Strike. You'd be so fucked right now. Silent Strike's like a godsend perk you need early game to help deal with the small machines until you're powerful enough to where you're not much of a threat anymore. Or too much of a threat, I should say. Any machine can still catch you by surprise.
You did well. They didn't see or hear you. Now stay close. That herd should be just ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Running is pretty much like a very easy way for enemies to see you. Watchers are the most basic enemy first enemies you run into. We'll discuss Watchers once we really have to fight them. Until then, for a while, we don't have to fight them.
Who's that?
Ignore him.
But why is he up there? He's smiling at us.
Deb! Get back where you belong! Deb! Where are you?
Ignore him. We are outcasts and he is of the tribe.
Yep, he's an art.
Maybe he doesn't like the tribe.
And he is a fool. Come now. Let's find that herd. Follow.
Oh yeah. For some reason, the first real machine you fight is not the Watcher, which is impressive. Grab this Bridgewood, you're gonna need it.
There. See them? These are called Striders.
So, every machine mimics an animal.
Ha! Get!
Even though there's a question mark for that one Strider.
Show you how some machines startle easily if they detect you and run away. They're best approached by stealth. Don't worry. We'll catch up with them further down the valley. You'll see.
Yeah. So, Watchers are meant to mimic velociraptors.
Some rocks that fit the cup of your hand.
Why?
Do as I say, Aloy, and gather the rocks. I will show you how to use them. Those will do. Follow.
Rocks. Ooh, listen. Alright, yeah, so Watchers are meant to mimic velociraptors. And, Striders are meant to mimic horses. Striders, they are one of the very few machines that usually run away on sight. Unless you fight them. If you fight them, they will stay and fight. Usually just that one you're attacking.
It's time to throw some rocks.
But rocks can't hurt machines, right?
No, but they can distract them. Draw them into traps. Like that Watcher over there. They must be dealt with.
Yeah, Watchers patrol with herds, and when they spot you, they set off a siren, and they alert all nearby machines.
Now you stay here on the ridge.
They will alert other machines that, hey, come help me fight this, or hey, someone's here, get out of here. Essentially. Especially with these guys, we don't want the Watcher to get away. So, what we have to do is wait for this Watcher to get into place.
Aloy, throw a rock near me.
That question mark means that something's alerted to your presence, but don't know what it is. Frost has Silent Strike the Watcher. We won't have to worry about him.
There. Come, girl, it's safe now.
Alright. You can loot dead machines to get parts. These parts
Harvest
are
the
pretty
kills
much
so I
needed
can teach you
to
how to make
make
arrows.
arrows. Pretty much take everything you want from these guys.
Now, gather stalks of ridgewood from the plants over there.
Alright.
Use the stalks as arrow shafts, and metal shards for arrowheads. Good.
Yeah.
You'll never run out of arrows if you know how to craft what you need.
Yep. So,
Put
we
those
finally got
arrows to
ammo.
use. Follow.
I don't really use rocks because usually there's not really too machines that you can lure, and there's another way to lure machines. Besides just rocks, although rocks are just not bad in general to have.
Here. Stay low in the grass.
So right here we actually got here's our first enemy to fight, Strider.
It's time to make your first kill. Strider. One of the weaker machines. But even a weak machine can kill a hunter if she's careless. You must study it. Its hide is thick, but there are spots where it is vulnerable. Like its eye. Can you guess another?
This is where this thing, you can use this to scan your enemies. You can also tag them so you know where they are at all times. So now we can spot that thing on its back is a blaze canister, which is weak to fire and tear. We're getting those right
On
here.
its back. Is that a weakness?
Yes. How did you guess that?
The device. It showed me.
That plaything? Stop playing games. Now, take down that Strider. Target the eye, or the canister. And if it charges, be ready to roll out of the way.
While you're aiming down the bow, you gotta hold down R2 to where it's a lot more accurate and it does more damage. Release it to fire.
Again!
Oh, please die.
Keep firing!
Good thing you're not charging me for some reason. Thank you. You may know that I did only 1 damage to him. If you hit parts of its armor, you'll do very little damage. Do enough damage to it though, and you'll tear it off. Tear it off so they're more vulnerable.
You did well today, but you have much to learn. Tomorrow, we train again. What was that?
That boy. The one running the brave trails.
Follow Aloy, quick!
Alright. So we can sprint now. Yeah, so the first thing we have to fight is the Strider. Now, you may notice we also have that red thing. That's our HP. Don't be fooled by the fact that it's 200. Enemies usually do like 100. I don't know how much damage enemies are going to do when very hard, and well, I guess we'll very quickly find out. Speaking of which, the first boss of this game is going to terrify me. Because I remember when I first fought him, he did a fucking lot of damage on normal, which means he's probably going to one-shot me. But that's another day. Bye, Rich. But their eyes correlate to their awareness. Blue means they're passive; they're not worried about anything. Yellow means they detected something, but they don't know what it is. Red means they spotted something and are on the attack.
I can do nothing. It's only a matter of time before the machines find that boy and kick him to death. But if I shoot, it will cause a stampede. I'll trample him.
But I can see the paths they take.
Stop telling stories.
I'm not. I can sneak through.
You will not. Aloy!
As you see, we do not have a bow. We are completely unarmed. So, we're going to get introduced to stealth. And another important key thing of the focus. Defocus. When you scan an enemy and you tag them, you can hit R1 to highlight their track.
Slowly, quietly, so I can sneak past.
So you can see what path they take. You can use this to get around dangerous machines you don't want to fight. Since you don't have your bow, don't even bother fighting them. You also don't have a melee weapon yet. So if you get spotted, you're practically screwed. Now, it does not alert you to where machines stop. That you just kind of have to figure out yourself, but they will always follow the same trail.
Can't let them see me.
Now, don't get too close to the Striders or they'll be notified the way you are. Besides that, your real focus is the Watchers, because they're named Watcher for a reason. You also may know there's a bunny that's over there. There's actual regular organic animals that roam here. They don't fight, but if you kill them, they can give you upgrades. And can give you another means of healing. If you see them, kill them when you have the chance. Also, a casing machine, if you really need a machine to move or you're in a bad spot, throw your rocks to get their attention away. Just don't hit them with the rock, otherwise you'll piss them off and most likely they'll know you're around. Okay, pretty sure you watch over there. Yes, you do.
To see their paths.
Go. Get in the bush, get in the bush. Okay.
Almost there.
This first bit is not too bad. Because thankfully it's just Watchers. There's not the more there are certain recon robots. Yeah, there are certain robots that are meant to recon areas and they are really hard to avoid when it comes to sneaking. Frankly, Watchers are not one of them. It's actually, I think, 3 enemies that have it. Grab this first wood.
There he is.
Hello, boy.
Hey.
What? How is this?
You can fight, right? Now, despite the fact that watching them, just there like 10 seconds ago, he just suddenly disappeared and moved all the way over here. Alright, this Watcher is the last Watcher you'll have to worry about. Now, there is a Strider to the left, so don't think about going around the rock, otherwise you'll get the Strider's attention. Striders don't really move. Because the horses, they're usually grazing. Yeah, looks like that's the only spot you actually looks over there.
How are you doing this?
I'm not gonna test that. Because he does look around when he's doing that, so, maybe for the best, once he gets over there, we just run right by him. Alright, go. Sneak right by him. Alright. Keep an eye on him. Okay. So, we're gonna wait for him to do one more loop. As soon as he gets done, watching, we'll just go right by him and end this segment. I missed the Watcher. Go back into your patrol. Come on, buddy. There you go. Screw you. Now my question is, how on earth do I get back to you?
is no plaything.
Wait. Oh, Mother, bless that girl. Bless you both.
Boy!
Save me. I just wanted...
Boy! Seal your lips. They are outcasts, both. And she is motherless. Come now. Back to Mother's heart.
That boy should not have spoken to us. It's against tribal law. We'll go home now. Follow.
I know the way.
Now, we're also going to get into a point to where you can determine how Aloy acts. Whether she wants to be friendly, mean, or neutral. It's coming! You there? I also mention... I like how this guy throws a rock. We have a bow, and we have killed a Strider. I'm gonna go for the friendly route, because that's how I've always done. Less obvious. Twister press now, it's up to you. I prefer to be friendly.
Stop!
Away from there. Back to picking berries.
You're bleeding. Let me have a look.
May I also mention
Hold still.
that rock should not be able to deal that much damage.
Why am I an outcast?
Aloy, this is not the time.
Who was my mother?
Aloy, I've told you before. That's not for us to know. You were just a newborn when the matriarchs brought you to me.
So the matriarchs, they know?
It's not so simple.
But they know.
Aloy, we are outcasts.
So how do I make them tell me?
The matriarchs? There is a way, perhaps.
So tell me.
It would be dangerous.
How?
It would take years of training.
I don't care. How do I do it? Tell me.
The proving. The tribe's rite of passage held every year. Those who pass become braves. But to the one who wins, the matriarchs grant a boon.
Boon?
Yes, whatever the winner wants.
Then I'll do it. Whatever it takes. I'll win the proving.
I see. We'd best get started then. Your training will be hard. And it will take years.
Start training? Yes. Follow.
Ross is like, yeah, great. By the way, those dummies are an actual enemy, though we don't see them for a while. They are called grazers. Fuck you, bunny. Aw. Surprise! Determination. Now, Aloy's grown up. Now she's able to hunt watches with these. Now the way the watches actually attack in the cutscene, it's really accurate how they actually attack you in game. They pounce you, but they have an additional attack. We'll see it later, because we are about to fight actual watchers.
Rost? Rost? Rost?
Where is he? 2 days before the proving and he goes off without me? He wouldn't do that.
Alright. So, we are level 3. So, your spear is your melee. We did not have this as a kid, but now that we're growing up, we have it. With the spear has 2 attacks. The R1 is a fast, light attack. This does not do much damage, but useful at knocking off armor. Then, if you hit R2, you can do a very slow, heavy attack. It does a lot of damage, and on certain small machines, you can outright knock them over and stun them. Yes. Right here we have a campfire. Campfires are your save points. Simple as that. Alright. Now there is one thing that they don't teach you. I think they only teach you this when the Strider attacks, but I always kill it. I've always killed it too quickly before I get able to do it. You press circle, you can dodge roll. This is how you dodge enemy attacks. You can get a perk that makes it so you gotta do a short dodge roll or a long one. Just kill these grazer dummies. Yeah. You may know that little health symbol underneath the medicine pouch. That means that essentially is a full bar of medicine. So as soon as that first bar, the current bar runs out, then it'll go to the next full one. Right. If you hit the touchpad, you can go to your menu, which you find your quests, your notebook, which catalogs all the data points you found, holograms, text data points, and glyphs. It also gets you to collectibles, your total stats, and your game progression. It also do a machine catalog, which will tell you about the machine. There's also rarity in this game. There's a total of 4 rarities. There is common, which is gray. There is rare, which is blue. There's green, which is uncommon, and there's purple, which is very rare. Purple stuff is very hard to get, but is usually worth a lot. Alright, and then there's Striders. So we automatically start with a blue bow. Most weapons' lowest starting points are green. Then it goes to a blue, then it goes to a purple. The game is kind of starting with a blue bow, though our melee weapons are green. We also can make a fire arrow. Fire arrows do fire damage, and elemental damage in this game is a little wonky. We'll get to that soon. We have a green spear. This is what you start with. So you may notice those stats on the bottom. The top one, which is like that little arrow, that is damage. That is full-fledged damage. That bottom one, that shield is tear. Tear is how much damage this will do to armor, and how likely it is to knock it off. That hand is handling. That determines how fast. That determines how accurate and how fast you could draw the bow and shoot. And then fire damage is fire damage. Modifications, we can't do anything about that quite yet. Alright. Want this? This is what we want its lore call. Since we're not running into too many dangerous enemies that attack us all the time, we'll just get these for now. Every time you level up, you get a skill point, and certain ones require more skill points. Now you may notice these, we can't get these quite yet. We have to do something first, and then we'll get those. So you may notice I actually have all of these stuff. How the hell do I have a scrapper lens? We never found a scrapper. Okay. These tokens, by the way, this is for, some early game stuff if you bought the deluxe edition. It's just a little head start. It's not that big, to be honest. Treasure boxes you get from the enemies. And, yeah. About it. You also view the map. Alright, let's get the shell on the road.
He said we'd go hunting this morning. Why isn't he here? Where's he gone to?
Now, I can't wait to actually do a real fight with a Watcher. I'll tell you pretty much the best way to deal with enemies, in terms of at least killing them. Dodging, I mean, obviously, there's some ways you can do yourself, always obviously better. I have fought all the enemies in this game.
What's going on?
Though I fought very little with the big machines. I at least killed one of each, including the, dreaded Thunderjaw. I have killed it before.
Aloy, you're here.
Did you want to be alone?
No. We must speak. I've been thinking about your training, Aloy. You've learned to hunt, learned to survive. But I fear there's a lesson I failed to teach you. Would you learn it now?
Of course. I'll always learn what you have to teach.
There has been some trouble recently. It affords an opportunity to learn this lesson, but it will be dangerous.
I'll tell you what he means by the
Just
trouble.
Come prepared.
And I'm not looking
You
forward
will
to it.
die.
He means the first boss, and I'm not fucking looking forward to it. The first time I fought it, kicked my ass.
Fire arrows. What kind of
I
trouble?
managed to kill it, but jeez.
Once you have the parts, you will meet me there, at the gate beyond the village of Mother's Heart.
The North Gate? At the edge of the Embrace?
Yes. Now be on your way.
Anything else you want me to do while I'm down in the Embrace?
Odd Grata might be out of food by now. You could hunt a week's worth of meat for her, if you find the time.
Wouldn't mind if she'd say thanks just once.
Grata follows the law. Her silence towards us is honorable, not an insult.
If you say so. I'll go gather the parts, but I'm also going to pay Karst a visit.
Aloy, that man breaks the law every time he speaks to you.
And I'm glad he does. I want to buy a tripcaster, and no other trader will sell to outcasts.
Stock it with ammunition, then. You'll find use for that weapon tonight.
Okay.
That sounds ominous. Alright, see you at the North Gate.
So we're about to get a new weapon and a new ammo type. Now, by the way, don't be terrified by these. Just jump on it and you'll grab onto it. Yeah, don't go floating up the edge. There is such a thing called fall damage, and it's very unforgiving in this game. Welcome to the world of Mother's Watch, or I forgot what the word was called. This is Earth. This is Earth.
The Embrace. My whole life I've never...
When you light a campfire, you can fast travel to it. Give you a fast travel pack. Yeah, it's not like Skyrim or Fallout where you can just fast travel as many times as you want. In this game, Want to fast travel? You need a fast travel pack, which you can get from merchants, or you can make one yourself. I recommend you get it from merchants because it's quite cheap, actually.
I should find a herd.
All right. I'm gonna be super careful about the Watchers.
Then I'll know what it's like in there. So many people crammed into one place. I guess no one ever gets lonely in there.
Okay. So we can either go over here and get our fire arrows, we can go over there and buy ourselves a Tripcaster, which is a unique weapon, to say the least. Alright, this first bit terrified me when I first played. Oh, come here. Wait, fuck. Come here. Wow, my aim is off today. Got that. Yeah. At the cost of 5 arrows. This meat you pick up is used for, it's used for crafting upgrades for your pouches. Okay, you can hit left and right to change the bottom, thing, what your D-pad does. You can never change the top, but that will always be the medicine pouch, no matter what. Alright, let me find some grass to hide in. Actually, it's grass right there. We can hide within this grass. I can just lure these guys in and use my Silent Strike. Those 2 perks I got, you want them. Yeah, with the lure call, you can hit down to lure an enemy in. If you have Silent Strike like I do, you can stab an unaware enemy, you insta-kill small machines or deal big damage to big ones. Note, however, when you kill a machine, if other machines see the machine, they'll get suspicious and check the area. Yeah, the machines aren't dumb, but like this guy, he noticed. He noticed that this thing's dead. Well, looks like his friend over there did not. Oh, now he did too. Come here, guys. Now they're trying to look for whoever killed it. You can sneak up behind them and Silent Strike them, but it's a little trickier. Really? Remember? We just ignore the spear in my head that's sticking out of the grass. Uh-oh. Yeah, if that thing becomes fully red, then they spotted you. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, Mr. Watcher. There you go. Shank. Take all your parts where I'm at. There you go. Take everything from you can from the enemies. You'll need them. Metal shards are this game's currency. Although they'll also use to make your arrows. You can buy arrows, you don't have the recipes to make them, but you're better off making them. Unless you don't actively kill machines, then you're kind of at a downside. Alright. That green arrow is a side quest. We'll tackle those later. How did that miss? Oh, for fuck's sake. Seriously, how did that first arrow miss? That clearly should have hit the frickin' rabbit. Hey, you fuck. Come here, fox. That is not a fox. That is actually a raccoon. If you don't want to fire your bow, just let go of the L2 button, and you'll put away the bow. What should I need for this? I need 10 shards, total 10 shards, which I can just get them from the upstairs. Yeah. If you
lifting. Rain's here.
Okay. You want to take care of these watchers. These watchers are what's going to scare away your Striders. Striders will eventually come back. They'll just move to somewhere else. Gallery. Oh, I got your attention. Okay. Come here. Come here, Mr. Strider. There is a attack watches can do when they spot you, which is they can make their eyes flash and then blind you and make it to where they can also concussion your ears, so you can't really hear much. Yeah. So Blaze is the canister on their back. You can get that off by killing them, or you can shoot them off. Yeah, I'm probably gonna shoot this. Yeah. I like how you only lured one Strider. Nicely done. You only lured one Strider. Oh no, you lured the rest. He sees me! Nope. Give me your eye. I want your eye. Stop dodge rolling. Okay! Give me your eye! I cannot hit your eye for crap. Keep in mind that watches are technically a small machine. Use it to advantage. Come here. Aha! Sucker. Keep an eye on what the color is when you loot them. That tells you what the top rarity item is. And there is certain stuff you can only get from certain machines. Mostly they're that machine specific lens and heart. Now I gotta find when the watches weren't again. Not the watches, the Strider. By the way, the weather effects don't really affect much except your vision. That is literally it. Ooh, that's a Strider. Okay. Oh, there's a bunch more Striders here. Okay. How'd I get that one's attention? You're supposed to get the attention the closest one. I somehow got the farthest one's attention. Come here. That guy's suspicious. Come here. Okay. Where are you going? Wait, really? You're just gonna run away? Jerk. Oh, he's gonna look at that. You're just looking at that. Fuck. Come here. Why don't you just come here? Alright, let's see. He doesn't care. Hey, you. Yep, you. Can I? This may be tricky. Fuck you. Okay. Yeah, if you see the exclamation point like flash, that means they're attacking. Oh god! I didn't think you'd be attacking too. I just want your friend. You wanna fight right now? No, you're fucking off. Wait. No, you wait. Oh! No, you don't. Stop galloping. When you're crafting, by the way, time slows down. Maybe not easy. Okay, he's fucking off. So wait, I can harvest a friend. Ooh, that's blue. Oh, really? I don't need all you guys. By the way, if you shoot a blaze canister off, a Strider or anything, if you want to pick it up, you gotta find it. You gotta go and pick it up where it fell off. Okay, you're red, so you're probably gonna see me if you get close. Got him. Wait, please. Love how all the striders want to fight me. What is that? Is that Blaze? No, that's a dead Watcher. I don't remember killing a Watcher. Maybe the striders ran it over. Machines do hurt each other. Machines will fight each other. Actually, no. Machines will not fight each other. Unless... There's another way you can make machines fight each other, but... them hitting each other is not the way. Okay, you can stop being alerted, you two.
Pass the test.
How are you alerted? You're nowhere near us. Oh, for God's sake, really? Pay attention over there. No, he is stubborn. He is just watching us down. Look over there. He does not give a damn. Dude, I am just here for the Blaze. If you can just screw off, that'd be nice.
I need this.
What the fuck was that for? Alright. So now I have fire arrows. Don't use your fire arrows yet. Save any elemental stuff against enemies who are weak to said element.
Now they're hunting me.
Keep hitting circle to crouch. Let's go get a tripcaster. We aren't any more striders on the way. I'll gladly mix it. Ooh, boar! Oh, no you don't. Boars are quite durable, but they give the most stuff. The most meat, and they carry... Yeah, they're the toughest wildlife you'll fight. That's not counting the machines.
Just go about your business.
God dang, I keep hitting all of the wrong buttons. Got a lot of stuff here. If there's one thing you should make, go to crafting. You want to increase your inventory. Actually, no. You want to increase your resource satchel. There's a lot of resources in the game. Ooh, actually. Actually, no. Yeah, resource. You want to work on your resource satchel. We need a lot more metal shards, a lot more wood, and some meat. But this will make it to where you hold more resources. You want resources. I'm gonna try to get all the Ridgewood I can, because for some reason, early game, Ridgewood is like super rare. Like, you need it like all the time. Well, especially if you're me. What I like to usually do is fight all the machines. I didn't do that at first, but eventually I found out that you're probably better off just doing that.
Lucky they don't talk to me. Don't think I'd be very nice.
Yeah. You can go through the village and everything, just don't bother talking to anybody.
Time to see Karst and get a tripcaster.
I don't think I have enough. Because I have like no metal shards. I'm probably gonna sell some of these lenses and all that because there's not too many things you need to trade lenses for. Essentially how trading works is you have to spend both metal shards and then an item usually from a machine. Keep an eye on what stuff is actually used for crafting, what stuff is only used for selling.
My guess is he'll be waiting for me.
Excuse me. Sorry.
There he is. Looks nervous.
Ridgewood. Ooh, shock wax. Because we haven't run into oh, there is a shock enemy. Here, it's the Scrapper. We'll get to him when we have to fight a Scrapper. God is not required.
Well, well, well. An outcast on my doorstep. All mother protect me.
Surprised you saw me the way you keep looking every other direction to make sure no one's watching. Careful there, or you'll sprain your neck.
It's always a pain in the neck when you show up, girl, one way or another.
Last time I visited, you had a tripcaster available for trade. Still got it?
I do. But you'd need to bring me a scrapper lens. What can I say?
That's why we have it.
Special weapons don't come cheap.
Oh, I can pay. Took down a scrapper not long ago. Stripped out the lens in perfect condition.
I'll be the judge of that. Show me.
So, oh, that's all he wants. Okay, that's all he wants. Thank God. So you can see there's other stuff. You can get a sling. Slings shoot elemental bombs. These elemental bombs do a lot of damage up to elemental, respectively. The only problem is their ammunition is quite expensive, and they're not very fast shooters. The rope caster is a bow that shoots rope. If you shoot enough rope at a machine, you'll tie them down to be mobilized. If you attack them though while they're mobilized, they'll get out of it early. The tougher the robot, the longer it takes for them to get out. The warbow essentially is a bow that only fires elemental arrows. It does not do a lot of damage, however. I don't really use it because half the time most of the robots I fight, they're usually weak to terror. Terror, a lot of robots is weak to, and it's a good bow for it. The sharp bow is a really powerful bow, but it's slow as balls. It's your sniper of the game. Then we also got the Carja Sling. How the weapon ready works is, if it's a green, it only has one ammo type. If it's a blue, it has that same ammo type as a green, but gets an additional. And the names will stay the same, but all blues are called Carjas, all purples are called Shadows. Unless you're getting the Hunter Trials one. Those ones actually have a very unique name, which are tougher than purples. Alright. So when it comes to buying, just hold X. You can then either cancel to not equip them or equip it. We're gonna equip it. We'll put you on top. You can also sell stuff. Oh, there's like a lot more stuff in the front. I'm gonna buy all this stuff now. Alright, go.
Now that you've got yourself a tripcaster, practice how to use it someplace else, alright? My life's exciting enough without a bunch of shock wire booby traps to trip over.
Really? Could have fooled me. I guess that concludes our business.
Alright. See you around.
I've got what I need. Time to meet Rost at the North Gate.
Oh God, I realized we're about to do this fight now. I'm not looking forward to I'm not looking forward to this boss fight at all. We will do the boss fight. Oh, right. We got some treasure boxes. Treasure boxes are unique. You can get these from certain quests or enemies. You have to open them to see what you get. Chill water. Ooh. Fast travel pack and resist fire. Wow, that's... Actually, that'd be useful against the boss. The boss is fire. Or, no, he's weak to fire. So anybody knows we got all of these extra stuff. This is what we get for Deluxe Edition. And yes, I will be using this. So you're better at tear. And overall better. you do more damage. Damage or tear? I may keep them both in mind, like... Let's go for damage. There's not really any enemies we're running into that really require tear too much. So... yeah. Yes, these are hunter bows, by the way. Hunter bows are your basic bows. Low damage, but very easy arrows to get. I actually like them the most, surprisingly. Right, we don't have it. Right, we have outfits. Outfits will change how you look. And they also will change how you look and will give you defensive attributes. So this stuff will make it to where I take less damage from melee and range attacks. This will protect me from all elemental damage. We're not really going to be running too many elemental enemies, so until then we're going to equip this. Even though I equip usually that for the most part, but we'll hold on to this. You can use your stuff to actually increase how big these are. Alright. Right, we have a fire potion. This will make it to where for 90 seconds. 90 seconds we have very major resistance to fire damage. As you see here, we can make this stuff. It's a lot more useful than you think. I can make more of those. I have just enough blades to make more fire arrows. Note, however, you cannot hurt people, by the way. Okay, if you're wondering, your attacks just kind of just go through them like it's nothing. And they won't do anything about it. I did not test this willingly. I found that actually in combat. Because there are Noras who actually patrol these and do get attacked occasionally. You can help them. Just keep in mind that you're able to kind of just go through them. There is one human type that will not go here, actually will hurt them, but those are enemies those are humans that actually want to attack you. So everything seems fair. Alright.
Hardy little plant. You'll help. What are they hunting out there? Beyond the embrace. Can't be just one machine.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this.
You have the firearms.
I do.
Please ignore my fabulously new outfit. That's apparently Shakespeare-like.
Trouble you were talking about.
You will know soon enough. Until then, we wait for dark.
Wait for dark. Still a while to go before dark. I guess I'll get some rest.
Good idea. There'll be no time for sleep tonight.
Okay. I don't want to do this. Yeah, 1 second. Alright. Who's ready for their first boss fight?
Opening a gate.
I'm not, and I also realized that Aloy's hair was partially going through her shoulder guards.
Shunned reaped honor before disgrace.
So much for tribal law.
I spoke to no one, and now we must both keep silent, for we are outside of the embrace. These are the true wilds, Aloy, with threats unlike any you have ever faced.
That carcass. What sort of beast was that?
The tribe calls it a sawtooth, and it's something new, something angry. Since they first started appearing 10 years ago, they have killed many braves.
Yeah.
So, that's a sawtooth. Guess what we're fighting? Yep, you're fighting a sawtooth. Anything that appears red bar you cannot pick up.
What happened to it?
Since we have full medicine,
Machine, that's one.
you can't pick it up.
What sort of machine does that?
The sort of machine you're hunting now.
Oh. I see.
We're about to fight our first medium. I think these guys are medium? No, they're large. We're gonna fight our first large machine, which are the toughest machines in the game.
Watch your surroundings.
Yeah, he'll give that Watcher will give you just enough parts to make yourself some more arrows. There is gonna be a Watcher, 2 Watchers up ahead. You can choose to fight or sneak by them. Up to you. I'll just sneak by because I want to save myself. It's early game. Resources are much more limited than late game. Alright, here we go. I think it's just you, actually. Come here.
Yeah, we much farther now.
Why are we the only ones out here tonight? Why can't the tribe's braves hunt this machine?
Excuse me.
They did. The kills we passed are theirs. Tomorrow, they will hunt again.
They won't need to. This machine will be my kill.
Or your death, if you're not careful.
So, what is it? That scrapper? Oh, that's a grazer. Okay. Oh, damage coil. Damage coils are interesting. Okay, if you want to equip a coil, go to crafting and then go to the thing and put a coil on. Coils are essentially modifications you can put on a bow. And this will increase in some way. For this case, this will make me deal 5% extra damage. Note, however, if you want to replace the modification, that modification that's on it before will disappear. And you cannot get it back unless you have a certain skill upgrade, which makes it to where any coils remove you keep, just in case. It also does have rarity. The lowest is uncommon. Oh, this can be also used to modify your outfit. Alright, we're gonna go here. You know, we're supposed to go up. I guess we decided down.
An entire lodge wrecked by sawtooths? How many were there?
I didn't bring you here to answer questions, Aloy. I brought you here to deal with that.
We have a sawtooth, a large machine. He looks tiny. He's not tiny. He's quite huge, actually.
Huge. How do you defeat it?
That will be for you to decide. This hunt is yours to make, Aloy. Yours alone. No matter what happens, I will not intervene. You understand? You are on your own.
Alright. It's boss time. Time to fight the sawtooth.
I can use the tall grass to approach. Okay, let's see. Where can I
So that number that you can barely see because the game was right there, that number 15, that tells you what its leveling is. So the Sawtooth is completely weak to fire, and he has a really big path that he takes. All right, so now we'll get to actually teach how elemental arrows work. Okay. Remember that tripcaster you bought? Get it.
So much for being careful.
Okay. How the tripcaster work is you shoot this sucker twice. Shoot in one area, shoot in another. There you go. There's your tripwire. As soon as the machine crosses paths with it, they'll be hit by whatever element it has. And large machines like the Sawtooth will be stunned. Get your fire arrows. Elemental arrows, how they work is, when you hit a machine or enemy with it, a elemental symbol would appear above it. And as you keep hitting with the arrow, it will slowly fill. Once it's fully filled, the enemy will bust into an elemental attack. Will pretty much explode in whatever element you shot them with. And it will deal tons of damage to them, especially the robots that are weak to it. If you hit a body part with a elemental attack that is weak to that, you'll fill up the elemental attack meter even farther. So in this case for the Sawtooth, his meter will fill up a lot because he's completely weak to fire. There is a canister underneath them, aim for that because he takes a lot of damage from that. Alright, buddy. Come on. Fall over. Fire! Okay. That light that's up there, that, oh my god, you still hurt. That white light tells you how much time elemental effect will last. I see he's filling up, and now that's full, now he's on fire. Since he's weak to fire, he takes a lot of damage. Come on, buddy, burn. Booyah, wow. You were not that tough. Okay, you weren't that bad, actually. I expected you to do a lot more damage.
Why did I bring you here?
Not to answer questions.
Aloy.
Survival requires perfection. It was a test to hone my skills against a dangerous new machine.
Follow.
Huh?
These are Nora hunting lands. They must be protected. If you hadn't destroyed the Sawtooth, how many Braves might it have killed or injured tomorrow? The lesson lives within the question, Aloy. For years, you've trained to win the Proving, but only for yourself. As a Brave, it will be your duty to fight for your tribe.
My tribe? You said I wouldn't need them.
But I never said the tribe wouldn't need you. The strength to stand alone, Aloy, is the strength to make a stand. To serve a purpose greater than yourself. That is the lesson you must learn. And remember it after the Proving, and after I'm gone. We're finished here. Follow.
Yeah. Do not worry, Sawtooths are not going to be as common as you think. There are not going to be so many of them.
This will be your last day in the Embrace as an outcast. Use the time to set your mind on the challenges before you. When it is time for you to go to Mother's Heart, I'll be waiting for you along the way.
I'll see you at Mother's Heart then.
You will.
Alright. Level 4 now. God damn it, I still did that. 2 skill points. Alright. What you get? Strike from above. I never use that. This we want. And this we want. Sawtooth Heart? Oh, sweet! We actually got that for sure. I needed the Sawtooth Heart because to get the very rare version of the regular bow, we need a Sawtooth Heart. Oh, treasure box. Health potions. Health potions are made by meat. Health potions, yeah. Health potions will heal a set amount of health, unlike your medical pouch. However, unlike the medical pouch, this stuff is made. Unlike your pouch, where you have to find it. These things are gonna be the only way you heal once you're out of. There's two different types of health potion you get. You can get a regular, or you can get a full version, which will fully heal you, which are very nice. But anyway, once you get to the campfire, one thing's here. You cannot see this, by the way. Stay on the save thing. Oh, go again. Okay, there we go. Alright, so, next time on Horizon Zero Dawn, we're gonna go to Mother's Watch and finally compete. To earn our right to become a brave. See you guys then. I forgot the Proving, to go win the Proving. See you guys then.